folks, welcome to episode 16 at our third club during this ABC Journeyman. The club is BASHLEY and we're still, as you can see behind me, doing pretty well. We're not top of the league anymore and we are 4 points behind Hamworthy, but we're still in that playoff picture. I think that's probably what we've got to focus on at the minute. And we're going to be playing third place Frome away today, so this is going to be a challenge, folks, a big fat challenge. So that's right. Okay, folks, so how have we got here, and have we remained unbeaten, and have we got any more transfers in? The answer to all of those things is not the same. So let's dive into transfers first of all, because there has been one player in. And you can see we have signed in Ben Flitchett from Heybridge, who I don't mind at all. Its heading is not as high as it needs to be with a jumping reach of 12, but he's come in, done what he needs to do. Okay, his technicals in areas where we're not very interested are pretty terrible, but you know, he's got a reasonably high determination, good decision making, good concentration, anticipation, a lot of things actually that you need for a centre-back, and he's not too slow either, with decent marking. Heading and tackling, okay, are a little bit low, but it hasn't seemed to affect him too badly. He's done, I think, pretty good since he's in the games that he's played, so yeah, that's pretty nice. So let's have a look at the results. We've had a lot of games, and yes, you can see we've lost some games, unfortunately. The game you saw last time was the 2-2 home draw against bottom of the table Brockenhurst. Since that game, they've gone on a blitzing run of form and are sitting in mid-table currently, so I don't feel too bad about that. But we went unbeaten for a long time after that, but eventually did lose a match, and actually we've lost 2 matches and only picked up 4 wins since we were last together. We've probably drawn too many games. So we beat Street in the very next match, played pretty well here. Monk, Richard Knoll and Gleeson with the goals. Very, very nice. Then against Poulton, disappointed with this result. Thought we played okay, and as soon as we got our goal from Taylor with his head, we conceded straight after. I don't necessarily think that was deserved. 3-3 draw away at Melksham, who were bottom of the table. Rohan Davis completely dominated us really here. Devon King with a goal and Richard Knoll with a couple. Then we got probably the biggest surprise of the entire thing. We were struggling here against second placed Hamworthy, really struggling. Then we got a player sent off, and somehow a goal from Daniel Fitzsimmons went in late on, and we won the game. Didn't see it happening. Then we went away against Cinderford, got another player sent off, but we did have Richard Knoll penalty here, which he missed. So we probably should have won that. They did get a player sent off themselves a little bit earlier on, but we weren't able to take advantage. Kearney, yet another set of cards. Not great. And our first loss of the season came against Wellington, and what was most disappointing about this is actually we didn't deserve to lose at all. We played really well. Devon King got a goal a little bit later on to get it back to 2-1, but in effect they had 3 shots on target and they scored all 3 of them. We had lots of chances and we didn't make the most of them. Yeah, I feel we should probably, certainly goalkeeper and defence should have done a little bit better there. In front of goal we were a bit woeful, unfortunately, but then we followed that up with a couple of really good victories. 3-2 victory over Moneyfields, Richard Knoll, King and Gleeson, and then an away win over high-flying Shortwood, very good, Richard Knoll and Devon King. And we've just lost against Larkhill, still trying to work out how we managed that. Deacon key pence with the only goal of the game, and we haven't, it's been a while since we haven't scored a goal other than that 0-0 draw where we had a penalty against, or we missed the penalty. And you know what we did in this match? We missed another penalty. So we've taken Richard Knoll off penalty duties and we've given it to Devon King, who is a little bit better in according to his attributes. So all in all, we sit second in the league, 37 points. We're 4 points behind Hamworthy, who are an excellent run of form. We are only a point ahead of Frome and 2 ahead of Larkhall, but the important thing is we are 8 points ahead of Exmouth in 6th. So what we're trying to do, I think, is finish in these playoffs and just see if we can go up via the playoffs. It's going to be challenging because all of these sides are very, very strong. Right then, folks, let's dive into the match, see how we do. Okay, the team that we are going to come out with is this. We've got Richard Knoll and King up top, Gleeson just behind. We did play Thomas in the front three, which worked pretty well in the end of the last game. Had a couple of chances there, but didn't quite finish them off. Then midfield is Monk, Kearney. Fitzsimmons is back in. Actually, it's not. That's not what it's going to be at all. It's going to be Mills in there because he's back from suspension. Kearney is going to be back on the bench, and the back line, Wood, Taylor, Dida and Wooldridge with Hollard in goal. We've actually been playing where is he? Giorgio or Cypriot on the bench, and what's really fascinating here, he's got a couple of under 21 caps for Cyprus, which is great. So he's enjoying life there, and he's certainly a decent player. We've started playing the left back is an inside wing back, which is interesting, and playing him on the underlap. And you do see on occasion the interaction between Monk and whoever is playing that left back is quite good. Fitzsimmons is doing great at the minute, really playing well down the right side. Been really pleased with him. So most of the good stuff comes down the right, in all honesty. Gleeson doing well just behind Richard Knoll and King. Both of those are not quite at the level they were earlier in the season, which is a little disappointing. But let's get into it. We've pulled off decent results against some great sides. This, I think, is maybe stretching it a little bit. Frome are a good side. They're in a bit of a poor run, but I don't care about that. I think home against them, it's going to be challenging. Right, as you see, I've been having it on key highlights. Full match, just trying to eke everything out that I can. So we will see whether we can find something. Well, I told the players to focus. They didn't like that. I felt that was probably the right thing to say in a game like this. And one mistake like that one could be all it needs. And yeah, it was a lovely little through ball, and we struggled to deal with that. But we have the ball at the back. Here's Dida. What I'd like is a game in which we're not sort of massively second best. I want to create chances. Richard Knoll, he's a man who creates a chance, isn't he? Lovely bit of play, and he just doesn't find his strike partner there. Unfortunate though. Lovely ball across. Could have done that. And we see there. They're playing the ball up. We've lost it. Taylor. Oh, wow. That is just complete chaos at the back. But thankfully, the striker had no composure. We've been trying to change things around a little bit, but we're not really seeing any highlights, as you can see. It looks like what I didn't want to happen is actually happening, and Frome are the better side here, unfortunately. We just need one chance and just keep them out. But, well, Carduff beats the offside track, does he? No, he doesn't. He was, yeah, he was just standing. Oh, what was he doing? Of course he's going to score the goal from there. Right, here's Monk. And he's been taken out by Anya Dyke, and that is a red card. Nice. Well, we go into the half ends, but we do have one extra man. They've had a goal disallowed. They look the better side, absolutely. But I think we can come out with a positive approach. Do we stay on the mid block? Just press it. I don't know. I think we do. Right, so we've gone more expressive. My hope is here with the extra man, we can just pass around them. So we've got a real chance here. Yes, we could still be the worst side, but I think we have to go a little bit more aggressive now. But they do have a corner. Sterling. It's into Hollard, but it's he. Now let's think about this. There's going to be players up the top there, extra players. I'm not quite sure where they're a man short. But here's Monk. Well, it looked like a man short at the back. There's a chance here. It's Gleeson. Oh, he's hit the post. And Richard Knoll just runs over the ball. We should be 1-0 up. We should be 1-0 up. We've been missing a few chances. It's not the side that I'm used to. We don't miss chances. Gleeson, that's over the top. I mean, if we end up not getting anything out of this because we cannot hit the ball into the goal from right in front of it, I am going to be somewhat disappointed. Waldridge does great though. Here's King, back to Dida, and we've lost that. Brilliant play from the midfielder, but it looked like the through ball was nice, but yeah, didn't quite manage to get on the end of that. What I have noticed is we are really good at picking the ball off from Richard Knoll, and it's in. I think that's offside though. Are we going to... No, we're allowed it. We are allowed it, folks. I mean, let's have a look at that. I mean, I don't know where he came from nowhere, but lovely play. And Richard Knoll, we're just going to go back to a balanced approach now. Don't need to go for this. That is amazing. Right, Pert. Oh, come on. I didn't see that one going in. Oh. Look at this. Lost the header. How disappointing. Well, how disappointing not getting the win there after doing so well. In fact, after the goal, we completely switched off and they came really back into it. So it's our own fault, really. We should have stayed on positive and just pushed forward. But it is 1-1. We didn't lose against Frome, and that is the key thing. I'm pleased not to lose this match, but your header like that, we should never be losing out there. The goalkeeper should not be that far out either. No, that is a very avoidable mistake. Anyway, we didn't lose, and it's another game ticked off, and we still sit in that playoff zone. What's that done though? Well, we stay on 38 points. So I'll have a look at some of the results around us. Hamworthy, they lost 2-1 to Totton, so we're now within 3 points of Hamworthy. Larkhall and Corsham Town, the other teams in the playoff zone, all lost their games as well. So actually, it's not the end of the world. The one bad thing is that Poulton got a win, and they are now just 6 points behind us. But you know, we'll ignore that. That was a tough game. That was always going to be a real tough one. Right, let's go and have a look at the schedule, and we'll see where we're going to come back next time. So we can fit all the games remaining on the screen now. So December is a short month in terms of matches, as actually is January. What I think we might do, we'll come back for the game against Helston, who are one of the teams trying to get in there, and they do have one of our old nemesis in their playing staff, I think still, Ruben Wilson. Goal scoring supremo, 17 goals this season. He's doing better than Richard Knoll this season, by 1. That's actually is not too bad, but yeah, so we will see that. We'll see you there for the Helston game. We will have a really good idea, I think, by then, if we're going to be finishing in the playoffs. We've got some tough games coming up. We're going to go away to Poulton. That's going to be hard. We're going to go away to Street and their top scorer, I think Bearwish from Street. They're not doing great, but they are dangerous. And the team that just beat top of the league, Totton, are another team that we've got to play. So fingers crossed we'll have enough to get through some of these games. But I've got a good feeling that we can at least get in this playoffs. I think we're not looking like we're going to fall apart at any more at the moment. I've got players I can bring in, and we've been changing things around. It all feels good at the minute. Anyway, folks, if you have enjoyed that and continue to enjoy these things, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.